Hello and welcome, Mark here, and in this episode we're going to learn how to knit. And before you can learn how to knit, we need to learn how to cast on. I'm going to be showing you 3 different ways on how to cast on, and all you really need to start this is a pair of knitting needles, a ball of yarn. Just get some yarn off there ready. Oops, it's escaping from me there. I'm using DPNs for this because they're a little bit shorter and less likely to be tapping on the table. So as I said, I'm going to be looking at 3 different ways of casting on, and the first one up is the basic cast on, as I call it. Right, the first cast on I'm going to show you is the basic one. I've already made my slip knot and put it on my needle. This also classes as your first stitch. If you don't know how to make a slip knot, I have a tutorial on that. I will leave a link to that down below in the description box. And to start, you don't need a long tail. It's not long tail cast on, so that's enough yarn there. Grab the yarn with all your fingers like this. Wrap the yarn around your thumb like so. So it's underneath, up and over. Take your needle, place it through that loop, take it off your thumb and pull it down. And that is it. That is your basic cast on, as I call it. I've also heard it called the front loop cast on. So remember, the hand around it like so. Take the yarn under and over your thumb, so it crosses over like that. Place your needle into that loop, take it off your thumb and slide it down. And you just continue doing this till you get all the stitches that you require on your needle for whatever project it is that you're working on. And that is the basic cast on. And there you go, that is how to work the basic cast on. Next up, we're going to be doing a long tail cast on. The long tail cast on, and as it says, you will need a long tail. There's the end of your yarn. Take it through to however long you need it. There is different ways of making me slip knot there. There is ways and means, shall I say, of measuring how much yarn you need for your specific number. One of the ways is taking the yarn and wrapping it for so many times, then pull it off and then multiply it for how many stitches you require. We'll look into that in more detail another time, but for this purpose we'll just show you the long tail cast on. So you've got the working yarn there and the tail here, and again wrap it around my hand to create, wrap it around my thumb to create that. So take it in there, but then I also use both hands for this one. So I've got my yarn all set up in this hand, ready in my right hand, and I've got the tail over here that is going to go wrap around my thumb. This is the way I always cast on. Just like the basic one, but except for you're doing an extra move. And there you go. So it's wrap around the thumb, into that loop, yarn around the needle, and take that loop that you had on your thumb up and over and off the needle. And this is my preferred method of casting on when I do the long tail cast on. Wrap it around the thumb, put the needle into that loop, take the working yarn, this is the yarn that is attached to the ball, over the needle, take the loop over and off, and there you are, you just cast it on the loop. And you just do that for your desired number of stitches that the project requires you to do. There's an air there. Oh, there's a bit of fluff. Just move them down a little bit. So remember, wrap around the thumb, till it crosses over, go into that cross there, yarn around the needle, take that loop now up, over and around your needle like that. Oops, not the camera there. And that is how you do a long tail cast on. Okay, so next up, I'm knocking the camera all over the place today. Next up will be the 2 needle method. 2 needle method. Got my slip knot on there already. Again, that does count as your first stitch. And for the 2 needle method, you don't need a massive long tail, just enough for weaving it at the end. And with it, you take your needle, your right hand needle, into that stitch. So it creates like a cross. Going from front on the left hand side and out to the right hand side. So it's all in there. Then you yarn around the needle, up, over. Don't take that stitch off though, and then pull this out, pull the loop out that you just made, and then twist it, and then place it onto the left hand needle, and there you go. That is another stitch made. So remember, into the left, out to the right, yarn around the needle, bring that yarn through, twist it and place it back onto the left hand needle. I pulled it a bit tight there, couldn't get the needle in. Yarn around the needle, pull that yarn over through from underneath, pull it up, twist it round onto the left hand needle and then pull it. And the reason why you twist it is to form the base of the stitch. It forms this base at the bottom. If we don't twist it, then it doesn't look right and it won't hold properly. So into the left, out to the right, yarn around the needle, bring that yarn over through the bottom of the stitch, pull it up, twist it round, put your left handle needle in there and pull it down. And this is the 2 needle method of casting on. And there you go. And you just keep doing that for as long as you need stitches. But don't forget to twist it out of the bottom of the needle, pull it up, twist it, place it onto the left hand needle and pull to tighten. But not too touch. You don't want it too tight, because if you do it too tight you'll have trouble getting your needle in. And there you go. So if you just practice these different ways of casting on, and then in the next video in this series we'll be actually making stitches into this, and then you can get learning how to work your knit stitch and your purl stitch. So until next time, thank you for watching, and if you like this video, if you found it very helpful, give me a thumbs up. I'm not going to take camera again. And if you haven't, subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell, and you'll get notified every time I upload a video. So until next time, thank you for watching. Bye.